Glenn Ackerman, Energy Awareness Training. I want to talk to you today about something that crossed my mind as something so important that needs to be said. I do a lot of work with people and teach them about energy and about energy training and about how their thoughts and emotions and behaviors work. And it's interesting that I run across the whole gamut of people, from athletes to business people to actors to musicians to scientists, you name it. I even have some students who are medical doctors and psychologists. And it's easy or interesting, so to speak, to see the different levels of drama that are taking place. And no matter whether it's a well-known celebrity or somebody who has an ordinary job or business, the things they're dealing with are pretty similar. And they all are trying to get someplace that they haven't been yet. They're all trying to do something they haven't done yet, or move into a skill or a situation or attain something that they haven't been able to have yet. Okay? It's pretty common human experience, I would say. And what I'm noticing is that there's such a difference between world-class achievers and people who are dramatically successful and those who aren't. And there's just a couple of key things that separate them. You would think it would be a lot, but it's not. There isn't a lot. A difference between an ordinary person and a super successful person, except the super successful person implements a couple of things that the average person doesn't. And I wanted to share with you those things today. So when we set out to do something that takes focus, that takes energy, that takes concentration, it has to be achieved over time. So for example, if I want to be an Olympic bobsledder, take that. And I don't know much about bobsledding, but I'm ready to commit to it and do the training. Well, whether it's bobsledding, whether it's tennis, whether it's music, whether it's writing, whatever it is, there are all these people who want to be successful at doing these things, right? That's where you have competition. I mean, I live here in Hollywood, and the competition for one acting job is about 1,000 people, right, for one acting job. But here's the difference that separates the people that I've seen who are super successful and average. So you take a sport like bobsledding, for example. If you don't know much about it, what do? Well, you're on a schedule to get better. Let's say the Olympics is 4 years from now. Well, you have to start learning that sport, and there's so much to learn. Whatever skill you want to acquire, there's much to learn about it. What I've noticed is that, and it can be bobsledding, it could even be making money. But whatever that skill is, having a successful business, being a successful entrepreneur, I know that in my experience, my specialty is dealing with energy healing, energy medicine, energy psychology, energy training. And in order to get that message out, you have to learn about, especially on the internet, you have to learn about how the internet works, about internet marketing, about internet communication, about what works and about what doesn't work. And there's always hundreds of different opinions of how things work. Well, what I notice is that the successful people, they go to someone who's either already achieved that thing that they're trying to do, and or someone who specializes in coaching and in teaching those people on how to do that. So for people who are, like say, training for the Olympics, well, they're going to seek out an Olympic teacher, an Olympic coach, who's already coached many people who've already been successful, right, in the Olympics. And their methodology is going to be different from somebody who's interested. You have two different versions. You have people who are interested, and you have people who are committed. And that's the difference between major success and being average. Because when you're learning how to do something, or you're learning how to build a business, or you're learning about a particular profession or skill set, there's increments in time that have to take place for you to master those skills. And mastery only comes with the ability to evaluate on a daily basis your performance. I'm going to repeat that. Success only comes over time with your ability to evaluate your performance or your activities on a daily basis, on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, and decide where are you now and where is it that you want to be. And slowly, again, over time, be able to create that skill and get better and better and better. Now, people try to do that on their own, and the unfortunate thing about people who try to do stuff on their own is that you have to deal with the energies inside you. You have to deal with the energies, thoughts, feelings, and emotions going on in your head. And what I've noticed as a coach, and I coach athletes too, mostly on the mental game and the energetic game. What I notice about that is there's a dialogue, an inner dialogue that comes into play, whereas one half of you wants to succeed, but another half of you wants to sleep late. Another part of you wants the gold medal. Another part of you wants to go out, and party with your friends. So we all have this tug of war, this internal tug of war that we're dealing with. The people who become champions are constantly evaluating their progress in a journal, daily basis on what they've done or what they didn't do or what they didn't get done, and they're evaluating it with the coach. So I'm here to let you know that the winning edge that guarantees your success in what it is that you want to do is to evaluate your own progress and be able to have that being supervised by a coach. When you have a coach who knows you, they know what your advantages are, what your strengths are. They know what your weaknesses are too. And in the activation of the energy that you're putting out to learn something, the coach is right there to notice when you're a little bit off to one side or a little bit on to the other and make the improvements. And I know, since I'm a coach and I get coaching myself, why would I'm a coach? Why should I get coaching? For the simple fact is that I want to perform at my very best. And I don't know what my very best is. We can't always see the whole picture inside us. But when you have a coach and when you have somebody who's monitoring your progress and who knows what you're capable of and who's familiar with what I call the low vibration energy or self-sabotage traps, the coach can see what you can't. He can direct you in a way that you may not have realized yet. And that's the power of coaching. So in order to maximize your strength, whatever you're doing, business, finance, romance, sports, whatever it is, you're going to perform and be able to achieve a lot more when you have a coach, when you have somebody that you can bounce off of and get feedback from. I'm here to tell you, coaching rocks. That's why I'm a coach, and that's why I get coaching too. So whatever it is, if you're a little frustrated that you haven't produced more results or you're not where you want to be in your life, investigate getting a coach and having somebody support you and watch your productivity climb 2 to 3 times more than it is now. Words of wisdom. Hope you take advantage of it. Thanks.